What is heaven going to be like? Well, friends, the only way that we can understand something that is invisible like heaven is to read what the Bible has revealed to us about it. Now, not everything about that place has been released for our information, and there are some things which Paul called unspeakable about it, which is not lawful for God's prophets to report. On one occasion, the Apostle Paul had been caught up into what he referred to as the third heaven in 2 Corinthians 12 and verse 2. He said that he was caught up into paradise and that he heard unspeakable words which it is not lawful for a man to utter. However, there has been sufficient said about this paradise by both Jesus and his inspired apostles to make us want to go there. The first thing that we definitely know about it is that heaven is beyond all this known universe. It is higher than the heavens where the stars and the planets are, and this is why it is always described as being up. When Jesus rose in a cloud and disappeared completely out of the apostles' sight, an angel told them, "Why stand ye gazing up into heaven? This same Jesus which is taken up from you into heaven shall so come in like manner as ye have seen him go into heaven." Acts 1:11. The Apostle Paul later described Christ as having ascended up far above all heavens, that he might fill all things. Ephesians 4:10. Now notice the expression used here, far above all heavens. This place is beyond the heavens that God made to set the universe in. Remember the very first verse of the Bible, in the beginning God created the heavens and the earth. This place that we're talking about is a place that is separate and apart from those heavens of this reality. It is the place where God himself dwells. And we know this to be true because Mark tells us that. When Christ went up into the cloud, he was received up into heaven, and he sat down on the right hand of God, Mark 16 and verse 19. But how do we know that this is the same heaven that God has promised to us? Because Jesus promised to come back and take his disciples to the same place where he is now. He said, "I go to prepare a place for you, and if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you unto myself, that where I am, there you may be also." John 14, verses 2 and 3. Christ went to heaven, and that's where he is now, and he has promised to take us where he is. Therefore, he is going to take his followers to heaven. But also we find that there are many pleasant and happy promises offered concerning that place. For one, all sources of sorrow will be banished there. John describes what he heard about heaven in Revelation 21, verses 3 and 4. "Behold, the tabernacle of God is with man, and he will dwell with them and be their God. And God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away." So if you can imagine what it would be like to live where no one ever dies, where no one ever cries, where your body never feels pain, then this very well may satisfy all that you need to know about what heaven will be like. Man has never seen it so good on this earth. Everyone has seen days where everything just seemed to go right, where the world seemed to be going our way, but we know that those times do not last forever. We've all had those bad days. We've all had those times of loss and pain and sickness and sorrow. But in heaven, we see that those blessings, those good days, are always there. They are forever available to us. But notice also it says that God himself will be present with his people. In fact, his presence does away with even the need for the sun or the moon, which supply us with light on this earth, because it says, "And the city has no need of the sun, neither of the moon, to shine in it, for the glory of God did lighten it, and the Lamb is the light thereof." Revelation 21:23. Yes, friends, the Bible tells us many things about heaven, many more than we have the time to discuss in our program today. But in the Bible, we find that there is sufficient information about what heaven will be like, sufficient enough to make us want to go there. Friends, we thank you for joining us for our program today, and have a blessed day.